Welcome back, everyone, to episode 22 of the Three Dudes Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Easton Bennett. To my left, Liam Owens. To my further left, Broden Wonderlick.
Lefter, they would say.
To my lefter, Broden Wonderlick. I think
Leftist.
my mic's fucked up. We got to get these fixed. As always, getting into some comments. How's your guys' weekend? Good?
Really good. Went, me and Broden went pheasant hunting yesterday and walked 13,000 steps.
For one bird.
Trudging, yeah. And just got lucky.
Got lucky.
Took 'em
Well,
down.
it's the internet. We can say whatever we want. We walked 13,000 steps for all the birds.
Yeah, this is our podcast.
We shot 72 of them.
What's the limit? Because I feel like now
3
you're
a person.
now you're embarking on an arrest. Liam, I think you're gonna have to get the mic a little bit closer to you.
Yeah, it's right here.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm fucking with it.
Hold on, I'm fucking with my eye holes.
All right, let's get into some comments. Dylan Bounds. You guys know Dylan?
Yeah.
Because you
We
do?
used to work with him.
Our old
Another
man-
guy
our
we
old
worked at.
manager.
I think and so it begins. Broden's mic is
He's our
cut
old-
now.
This thing is
He's our
out to
old
get
manager.
me.
I feel like our whole Three Dudes audience is just ex-Menards employees.
We just got a lot of stories about Menards because we did it together, you know?
If you had to rank like how your favorite jobs
That's
that
at the
you've
bottom.
had, that's at the bottom, eh?
That's pretty low.
You think John Menard would like to hear that?
I don't care.
John Menard can, get bent.
I wasted a lot of John Menard's money whenever I was clocked in. There was a time we spent almost a week.
We spent 40 hours one week getting paid to hollow out a snow fort.
What?
Yeah, we made because then so the outside yard of Menards is the big lumber yard.
Yeah.
And so they would, whenever it snowed, they take all the snow and conglomerate it into a
Big word.
giant snow pile. Thank you. And it's in the middle of winter, so no one's really building anything. So no one drives out to the lumber yard.
Yep.
And so what? Can I have some details and backstory to this?
Yes.
We made a snow fort. Okay, let's move on. Let's go to the next.
No,
You sack.
I just spit it out,
Yeah, so there's a big snow pile, and then we hollowed it out for a week, and then we stayed in there.
They just put like
we used the company money to buy a little lantern.
Did we?
employees
Did we-
of the, employees of the month.
you on. Okay.
God, I hate you.
You guys just had a time before this show, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, we
The
did.
drive, the 2.5 minute drive over
Yeah,
here.
Liam was messing around with other drivers on the road on the way home from golf.
Did the old roll down trick?
Oh, roll down and then you roll up.
Roll the window back up.
I was so amazed when that became popular, and we did it just so long ago.
Oh,
before
so
it
now
was
you're just
popular.
claiming to invent it?
Yeah.
We did actually.
Well,
Yeah.
we did that before
In North
anybody.
Dakota, no one else had done that before we did.
I don't think in the world ever.
Mm.
I'm gonna go that far.
Do you think the Chinese were doing it though? Probably.
No, they don't have cars. I read it somewhere.
Really?
All right, you're on
Everybody
the
rides
record.
the train.
The Chinese don't own cars. Dylan Bounds, let's get back to that guy's comment.
Oh shit! Hey, Dylan.
Top 20%. Keep up the good work, boys. Hey, thanks, Dylan. Appreciate it. Yeah, because he always likes our stuff.
He's
I'm
a big
not
supporter.
sure. Yeah, who it is?
Big listener.
Him and Bridger,
Yep.
and now Becca.
Bridger. Yep, Becca's on the train. Love that.
Beck and Bridge, Three Dudes fans.
Breckenridge. Isn't that a thing?
That's a town
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a ski town, I think.
in Colorado. It's a town in Minnesota as well.
Yeah, I think it's wealthy people.
Probably the resort town. Yeah, mostly
Mm-hmm.
rich people.
I think only rich people ski and snowboard.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like something most middle class people would do.
Mm-mm. I've never been. Have you been?
No,
Yeah.
You don't look like you could snowboard though, bro.
I can ride a longboard pretty well. It's
Didn't
gotta
you fall
translate.
off a longboard and like cut up all your shit?
That was a
once?
bike.
Oh, okay.
I went off a ramp on my bike, and instead of landing on the seat and the wheels, I used my fucking nose to break my fall.
handlebars.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens. Lee Pinto. Gosh, this was
Is this guy a repeat offender? I feel like we've heard his name.
He gave me a comment and then I forgot because I didn't write it down. Oh, yes, I do. Because I told you, Nathan. You on the last show when Liam was talking about how cool his saw was, which I don't know if that's like a thing you also put on your resume, your bevel saw.
Oh, yeah,
can
dual
go 15.
bevel.
Yeah.
Dual bevel. Yeah. That's huge.
I like how every time he does it, he does this motion.
For the people that don't know what dual bevel means, it's this.
The guy that sold it to him must have went like this. He's like, it's dual bevel. And then Liam's like, can I
gonna
use that
remember
when my
that.
friends ask?
Yeah. Burned.
But yeah, you talked about how you're going to make that table.
Yeah.
And then you went on to talk about people that do woodworking. And Lee Pinto said, I believe the word you're looking for is carpenter because woodworking is making small bowls and that kind of stuff.
No, I'm talking about a woodworker, somebody who specializes in crafting stuff out of wood.
So what's a carpenter?
Different.
Carpenter builds houses and stuff like that.
Like framers,
Nathan is a
stuff like
carpenter.
that. Yeah.
Nathan's a podcast producer.
Nathan is a jack of all trades.
Nathan is really good
Master
at his
of
job,
none.
actually. I'll give you that.
but still
Nathan.
better.
Your other
than
job,
master
not this
of
one.
none.
What'd you say?
Nathan's really good at your job. And your other one, not this one.
Yeah, you suck at this one. We're actually actively seeking a producer. So if anyone out there can research anything on Google, that's the qualifications it takes. And be here on Sundays. And show up on time. Because
Just kidding. We like Nathan a lot.
Yeah, maybe we should pick a bone on the podcast about how these two don't know how
Show
to
up
read
late?
don't know how to read a clock.
That one was on him this
Yeah,
time.
I said it was my fault. What do you
I
want?
was making Alfredo.
If you want anything more than an apology from me, you're not going to get it.
That's fair.
And you also, we never film until after the Vikings game.
So, yeah.
Speaking of that,
We wouldn't have filmed until the game was over.
my Detroit Lions won today. Beat the Minnesota Vikings, 10-2 Minnesota Vikings. So good game from the boys. Amon-Ra St. Brown, good game.
How much do you like the Vikings? Are they like, did you ever like them at any point?
Mm-mm.
No?
I've
Not
never
even a
been
fan.
Never been.
Never watched a game.
Never been a fan. Never will be a fan.
What's underneath that jersey?
Purple sweatshirt. Jim Hill. I was a graduate from there.
Oh,
I was a Jim Hill mystic. All right, you got a couple comments, and then we'll get into this week's.
Oh, no, it's
topic.
just, I was talking to my parents before we got over here, and my mom would like to add that her granddaughter, her 3-year-old granddaughter, has a better bladder hold than you do.
Oh, there we go.
And then
I'd agree
maybe.
with that.
also said that you were a bit of a wimp for being scared of cats.
I'm not
coming
scared
at
of
you.
cats. I just think cats. I don't know if they should be domesticated.
Like
Most of them
tigers or
are.
like little ones?
All of them,
All cats.
all sizes.
Release them all?
I don't
Are
know.
you
People
calling for
always,
this?
here's the thing, cat people, they always say they're like, "Oh my gosh, you just have to meet my cat." And I'm like, "No. I don't want to meet your cat." Cuz everyone says that and they're all the same. But my cat's nice and friendly. I'm like, "No, it's not. None of them are. You have a cat, not friendly."
I don't have a cat. My parents have cats.
Well, I'm
Cat.
talking about growing
One
up when
died.
we were over there, yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't like your cat.
I don't know. I didn't really care about it. He kind of just did his own thing. That's what's nice about cats is they're very low maintenance compared to other pets.
Like a lizard.
Might be on par with lizards.
Could be
Cats
up
and
there, yeah.
lizards.
My sister had a lizard once.
Didn't you
I
get
think I
out-
remember
weren't,
that.
Weren't you telling this story?
Yeah,
was
yeah,
out-
she let
out
out in the backyard, and
backyard?
that thing was ripping around the grass.
Yeah.
Probably thought it was out in the
Gecko
wild
gecko.
again. Yeah.
Was it a
Finally
gecko
got
or was it a lizard?
I don't really know the difference. What's a gecko? It's
A
gecko's
gecko
smaller.
is a real small thing, like the thing from the Geico
Kind of like a
commercials.
salamander.
Yeah,
even
I just
smaller.
actually saw a picture of a salamander about 2 months ago for the first time. Someone was surprised that I have never seen one in person.
Used to find them all the time in window wells in the summertime.
At your house?
Yeah, or my house, at friends' houses. I'm not kidding you. Like,
Here? I don't know if I've ever seen one.
Have you seen a live salamander?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
in
I've
the
seen
wild.
plenty of them. Yeah, but not like
Plenty?
in the
In the
wild.
wild.
In my window well.
Where do they?
Like the egress windows, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like down in there, at my one buddy's house specifically, we used to see them in there, not all the time, but like it was pretty, I don't know what the word
Where
is.
do they hang out?
Apparently
In the
window
cool-
wells.
Yeah. It like, it, you know, it
Egress.
was shade.
Yeah.
It's shade down there and there's like a little bit of water like after rain or something, you know?
I think
a
you're
cool,
just. I
wet
think you're
area.
guessing there. Just a cool wet area with shade. That's all I
I've
need.
seen more than one time a salamander
All right.
in the wild.
Hey, I haven't. So you know what? You're the master here.
Yeah. Dude.
You're the brain guy on this
Salamander
stuff.
You guys
Yeah,
never
here.
watched Crocodile Guy?
No,
Steve Irwin? You never
Crocodiles
watched that?
Are not salamanders.
they're big salamanders.
He didn't just do crocodiles. He did other stuff.
That's good. He's
Why
expanding.
then why
his-
did he just limit himself to Crocodile Man or whatever you
Because
just
that's
said?
what he was known for. That's what his claim to fame was. That's what his TV show was called.
Crocodile Man?
He was the crocodile guy. Steve Irwin?
It was man
Do you-
like 2 seconds ago.
Please tell me you know who I'm
Yes, I
talking
know
Yes,
who
he
Steve
died.
Irwin is.
It's my
what?
old history teacher.
Is what?
Mr. Irwin. They're both dead. Steve and Troy.
Troy, that was his name. I thought his name was Steve
Yeah,
too.
he died
Wait,
a
what?
few years back. Our old history teacher.
Yeah, good guy.
Middle school
Favorite class.
History?
Yeah.
The
Who am I
class.
thinking of?
I don't know. You didn't go to Ramstead, buddy.
Oh, it was a Ramsey. Never mind. All right.
What else your mom got to say about the show?
Nothing. That was about it.
All right, let's get into this week's topic. Jungles. Jungles is if we can fill an hour on jungles. We're gonna be really good, but
We can do an hour on jungles, no problem. But you
don't hint.
wait till the
we're gonna
next
hint.
one.
Yeah.
Wait till what's
Viewers.
coming out
Yeah, you
after
just
the
wait
jungles.
until after
Easton made a
jungles.
little bit of an executive decision.
Yeah,
I have to.
I guess.
I have to sometimes. You made an executive decision on Cowboys,
I've been asking for weeks,
and I've been asking.
and you vetoed
for-
it a few times.
I've been asking for weeks for jingles.
Like one since
Yeah.
we filmed the last
Week
one.
and a half, round up.
I did a lot.
So, what do you guys think of when I say jungle?
Big snake.
Like the animal?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean? What other big
Pardon?
snake? Pardon?
You know the big snake.
Come again?
That one guy in the locker room where he
Yeah. Oh.
showers by himself? That the
Yeah.
big snake?
The guy from The Longest Yard who wears a shin guard for a night cup.
Yeah.
So you think big snake? What do you think, Broden?
I think of leaves, to be honest.
Leaves? Just
Trees,
leaves.
like big, thick trees
Do you think that's the same as a
and
rainforest?
vines, like in Tarzan swinging from
Jungle?
Do you guys think of Minecraft?
Oh,
Sometimes.
now I do. I
think
think
of
about it
Minecraft.
after you said it.
Because I remember that old trick where if you planted 4 trees in the squares right next to each other and then hit them with the bone marrow, it'd make a giant tree.
I wonder if you could do that in real life. If you plant 4 trees really close to each other, if they'll eventually just like form
Merge?
into one, or would they
Maybe.
just go up as like a?
Their
What
own
if they did
separate-
like a braid, a twisty thing?
That would be cool. That'd
I
be
think
I
that'd
artsy.
look
know.
awesome.
I think that would just depend on what it is. Because usually that's only
It's a
limited to
tree.
vines.
Oh,
The vines do that.
do they?
How do vines know to do that?
That's just what they do because they're trying to reach the highest point that they can to maximize the amount of photosynthesis that they can receive to
Brain
grow.
guy.
Brain guy, he's taking the.
I'm just saying.
Okay,
Trees.
Nothing
what do
crazy.
you think
I mean,
of?
it just makes sense.
I think of wet trees.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
wet leaves, wet trees. We're on the same path.
Yeah. So jungles are known for their their thick forests and their large amount of plants and vines. Where do you guys think they're found? What are some characteristics of where you can find a jungle? If Broden's like, God, where can I find a
Super
jungle? at?"
humid climates. Not super humid, but more humid. So
The
more
equator.
towards
Equator. That's
More towards
exactly
the
what I was
equator.
looking for. Look at that. It's like a game of
That's what I
trivia.
was getting at. I was about to say that,
oh,
but
You
set
cut-
you up
I'm
for
sorry.
it.
I'm sorry.
he
for-
cut
Set you up for it.
He cut you off.
Yeah, you
I mean,
tossed me
both
a
of us were on.
layup.
I mean, we're on
He-
the same team. I threw the layup, and Broden fucking.
He
slammed it
loosened the
in.
jar,
Yeah,
or you loosened the jar,
and I
then
spread the jelly.
Okay. I was thinking,
Huh.
what kind of jars do you think of when people say like loosen the jar?
pickle jar.
Mason
Pickle jars.
jars.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Mason jars.
A pickle jar. You think mason jar?
Yeah,
Like
Homemade pickles
like
or
moonshine.
mason jars?
I suppose.
Homemade, yeah. So they're found all over the world, usually surrounding rainforests that have grown. The most famous jungles in the world can be found in Central America and South America, but they are also located in other areas as well. They need warm environments with hot and steamy temperatures. Jungles are typically found near the equator. So you just hit the nail on the head.
So did he. He said hot and
Yeah, don't
hot
leave me out
and
of
wet, wet and hot.
Yeah, Broden just.
Well,
I don't know. You were saying the Broden was doing
I
great.
described
I
what the equator was, and Broden just said equator.
You're the definition
See,
guy.
we're a
He's the
team.
name
Yeah,
of the.
like
I
he said,
suppose.
we're
Okay.
a team. Like
Yeah.
he tosses the layup.
I got you.
And Broden slams it.
Some of the most some of the most common types of trees can be found in the jungle are the Brazil nut tree,
Yep.
Liam's favorite tree. Do you guys have a favorite tree? Palm trees and even trees that only grow on other trees.
Do you?
Trees that grow on other trees.
Fine.
I guess sometimes they're so
No.
big.
Epiphytes.
Epiphytes. Really?
Yeah.
Could
that
you
sounds
elaborate
cool.
on that?
Nathan, can you look up a picture
No,
of that?
Okay.
I can't. Epiphytes. Apparently a tree
You're
that just
being
grows on
honest
another
with
tree. I feel like I've seen this before.
That sounds so cool. It sounds like something that have
Seen
in a
that, but not
movie.
a salamander. Seen
Yeah.
trees on other
I'm
trees.
huge on epiphytes, yeah, but salamanders a
I'm
little,
huge
a little
on-
foreign to me.
Huge into epiphytes. That's my topic of conversation when people are like, hey, what should we talk about?
Yeah.
Epiphytes. Have you heard of them?
The age-old conversation. Someone's talking about a
Right after the silverback gorilla conversation versus the bear,
This is
you'd
the
go
next age-old
into,
one.
you go into
Yeah.
epiphytes.
It's the second oldest.
It's the only way to go. Are you looking that up? Look at that.
I like that.
was that
That's
just a
cool.
miniature?
Yeah, it's not what I was.
plant
I feel like
that's
that's
just
like-
stuck to a tree.
That's in like the movie Avatar.
It's not what
Yeah,
I
it looks
thought
like
it
someone
would be.
just like shot a paintball at a tree.
Yeah. Speaking of the movie Avatar, are you guys gonna see the new one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course, have to.
The
Why
movie's
not?
so cool.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the first
how
one?
many thousands or millions did they spend? Because that entire movie is CGI.
How many thousands? $17,000.
Is that all?
They spent
I should make
100
something like that.
million thousands.
Yeah, I think the
Do we
first
have
one.
any ballpark number?
I don't know, man, how much it costs to make stuff on a camera
I'm gonna say over $300 million.
that it costs to
serious?
make,
Yeah.
or how much they
For
made.
over 300 million?
Google the production budget of Avatar 1.
Well, there's 4 planned sequels, and each of those add up to 1 billion, so like 250 million in budget per
You're ballparking.
Per movie, yeah.
And then the original Avatar costed 237 million.
It's close.
You're good at that.
I did catch that too. Hey,
Oh, Nathan.
Sean Connery.
Who said that? Was that Nathan?
Nathan said that. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Who said that?
What do you mean? Who said that?
Pipe assassin.
So jungles versus rainforest, there is a difference. Fun fact.
Yeah.
It's actually really hard to find information on jungles because everything that pops up is rainforest.
So how did you decipher between the
So
two?
the Amazon is not a jungle. It's
It is.
rain-
There's jungles in the Amazon rainforest.
Amazonian rainforest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which I think
Like-
is it's almost like a pseudoscience.
All rainforests have jungles, but not all jungles are rainforest type deal.
Like a square,
square and
square is a rectangle,
Yeah.
rectangle's not a square.
Yeah.
I think that's the first thing I ever learned.
Really?
It's been stuck in my brain ever since I learned
He's
it.
2 years old, and his first word was squares aren't
Dad,
actually.
it's like dad. It's like squares are rectangles, but rectangles aren't squares. Oh, that's an
I think I
interesting
would
first
try
line.
and get a refund on my kid if he said that to me on his first word.
What kind of simulation is this?
Yeah.
a refund on your child.
Yeah, like or an exchange or something
Yeah.
for a less dumb one.
I don't think you could do that. How long do you think it takes before you know your kid's dumb? Like how many years do you give it before you're like,
I'd say maybe
Probably
like
around- You think?
8 years old.
I don't know. I feel, well, because you remember that time that Noah was in my basement and my nephew was down there and he was like, dude, what's wrong with your nephew?
Yes, I love this story so
and
much.
because my nephew was just running around like just doing dumb
He's
shit.
being weird.
Yeah, just
He's being a kid.
just being weird. And he goes, dude, is there something wrong with your nephew? And I'm like, he's a kid.
He's a child.
He's just running
Yeah,
around
he's like
doing
5
stuff.
or 6 years
Yeah.
old or something.
Yeah. But I mean, I would, you said 8. I would say higher than that
really?
because, well, I think that you hit a point to where maybe it is 8. I
I'm
don't know.
thinking.
Maybe
Maybe
it is.
I'm just like thinking back to.
think it is.
Because,
Actually, now that I
well,
think about
once you start like ranking according to class and stuff like that, to where like kids aren't quite at the same level as other kids.
Oh,
Right,
now
I
you
was-
make, no,
I
no,
usually
I don't want
have-
you going to that. Now you're making me feel bad thinking that we're ranking kids.
Yeah,
Well, that's how you do it.
Everything
No, I'm talking
works
like
in this world.
I'm talking not like like book intelligence. I'm talking about like the kid's kind of.
Just doesn't. It's just
He
not
might be
all
book
there.
smart. He can be book smart. That's fine, but
He's
he
not.
doesn't know how to look
So
both
you mean
ways
like
when he crosses the
a
street.
weird kid?
Yeah,
Like a weird kid,
yeah.
not so much intelligence wise.
Well, where
No,
do you find the divide then? Because there's book smart and then there's street knowledge, and some people are very book smart, but you ask them a generic question and then they answer very stupidly, and you're
Common
like,
sense,
"That's
just
stupid. Why would you say that?" But then
Yeah, I'd lean more into that.
But then I feel like there's people that are more like me, to where I'm not very book smart, but I have a lot of common sense,
Okay,
to where I don't do things that are very
you
dumb.
gonna vouch for that?
Yeah,
Broden?
can you please?
Oh, it sounds that big.
Please, don't leave me out to dry
He's a
here.
witness.
no, Liam. I wouldn't even say you're not very book smart.
Oh, we're getting into the tire pumps
Here we are.
Liam,
on the
I think
book.
you're a great guy, man.
Wow,
Yeah.
hey, that hat on you right now in this moment, great choice.
Oh, hey, man.
Not
I
at
was,
this moment,
I was
though.
worried about it. All right, Broden, you can vouch for him now.
Yeah, he's pretty right on that. But I think he gives himself less credit than he deserves, maybe in the book smart department.
Depends.
I mean, you're not the brightest guy in the world. You're not the dumbest guy in the world.
No.
But you better hope the dumbest guy doesn't die.
I love that saying. I'm not the brightest crayon in the box, but I'm your favorite color.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Keep me around.
Wow.
Sharpest knife in the drawer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
My dad used to coin one where he would say, "I'm not the sharpest arrow in the quiver." Because
Ooh, I like that.
we
I like the
go
word
on.
quiver.
Yeah.
It's
Pull an arrow out of my quiver.
meanings.
It just sounds like you're so.
Robin Hood.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like I wear boots and like tights
And steal from the rich and give
to the poor. Yeah,
forgot
exactly.
that's-
So you
that
get
was-
it.
I'm
You
there.
get
Yeah,
it, yeah.
Exactly.
You're a good guy.
I am. Thank
Like
you.
you're not doing good things, but your morals are in the right spot.
Exactly. We show up here every week. we hammer your Pepsis. You always got Windsor for us. You know, and that's just a stand-up guy.
Yeah, I just haven't had the heart to tell you guys I hate it. But you keep drinking it. I'll get there one day.
Every week you're like,
Yeah,
"Yes, we're going
you guys
to
leave.
go buy more Windsor for these guys."
You guys leave and I
He
hang
didn't
up my
do it,
punching
but
bag.
Before there was your Snapchat, it was all the Pepsis in your fridge. And he's like, during this next episode, I'm going to see if I can drink all those Pepsis in an hour.
I wouldn't care because it was $10 for 24 Pepsis, which I thought was a
That's
steal.
a
steal.
That's why I got them.
Could you imagine?
Drinking 24 Pepsis?
In like that duration?
I would call in sick to work tomorrow because I would feel like, I would just feel horrible.
Because Pepsi would fly you out to give you an award. Probably you'd have
Yeah.
to call in sick.
Yeah, that'd be my last award I ever received because
You don't think there's probably people out there that do stuff like that?
yeah, absolutely.
Drink a lot of Pepsi.
Like, yeah.
There's people
like
that
they'll
drink a 2 liter a pop a day,
Yeah.
and it's normal for them.
Guilty.
No, it's
We're
not.
over here talking about how
Oh,
messed up
sick.
it is, and
Yeah.
he's just going,
He does
oh,
it.
shit.
Yeah. What do you? So what
Then
else
what?
do you guys not like about?
You're
drinking
not
pop?
a bad guy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I like pop here and there.
Here and there.
Here's the
You're
thing.
drinking a 2 liter.
I used to drink a lot of
It seems like
Pepsi.
it's always here and never there.
I used to drink a lot of pop when I was in Canada. Pepsi. Pepsi up there tastes different.
Better?
Really?
Yeah.
I prefer Diet
I think it's
Pepsi.
just because of the climate.
No, it gives you an accent.
What? What'd you say? Gives you an accent.
Because of the climate too. Yeah.
Could be.
Colder.
Could be.
No,
I don't know.
everything
It
at
tastes like
different
Coke up there, and
altitudes.
then Coke up there tastes like shit.
Diet Pepsi is
Really?
better.
Because I think I'm not a huge fan of Pepsi because I always feels like it makes my teeth gritty. It's like puts a film. It puts a film over my
swear.
teeth.
You have that line recorded in your brain because you've said it the
I've
same
said it
exact
yeah.
way.
I
about
know
10 times.
because it's the same
But
way.
you don't-
It's true.
You don't stagger from the wording of that sentence.
No,
It's the
because
same thing.
It is true.
Test your material. Try different ways to say
Yeah.
it.
No, I don't want to.
He's like, I've already figured out
It's
what's the best way.
solidified.
Yeah.
If it
Yeah,
ain't
it's
broke,
there.
don't fix it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does kind of do that now that you say that.
Diet Pepsi doesn't do that.
Diet Pepsi doesn't.
It's so good.
It's a
But I
great
don't like-
mixer.
It's the only Diet Pop I like.
But the can looks horrible, so I would never buy it.
Why are you going
Pardon?
for the aesthetic of a can?
But
Yeah.
imagine this: you
just throw it away.
Someone comes over. Like you were like, "Hey, Easton, we're gonna come over. We're gonna hang out tonight. Can I bring my friend?" I've never met the friend. The friend comes over. He opens the fridge. He sees I have Diet Pepsi. He's like, and now he's judging me off that.
Okay.
I think he's going to be like, this guy likes Diet Pepsi and move on with his life.
no,
Maybe.
no, he's gonna judge you.
I
What
do
if he
got
said-
Not
something.
really.
Oh yeah, he will.
This is actually a surprise to me, but like Pepsi, Coke, and other soft drinks, when they're sold in different geological locations, they're just sold as the syrup. And then the plant in that location uses like whatever water they have at the plant. So probably the main distributor for like Coke and Pepsi in Canada is different than North America. That's why the beverages taste different.
That's like I've heard the reason why McDonald's, Sprite, and Coke taste better is because they're one of the few restaurants, because they have a deal with Coke, that gets all their syrup pre-mixed and sent to them by Coke, whereas a lot of other restaurants just get it sent to them. So it tastes better there.
Yeah, there's something in the water there at McDonald's. Because I don't know why it is, but their Sprite is like crack cocaine.
Oh, dude, yeah. It'll
I've
knock
Not
your
that
socks off.
not that I'm a user, but I imagine people that do, that's what they experience.
Of Sprite.
Yeah.
User
Maybe-
of Sprite.
Should we talk about jungles some more?
We can. Yeah.
Oh,
Do you want to keep talking about soda pop? And
Rainforests. So difference between rainforest and a jungle. Rainforests have extremely thick canopies of trees, and the floor of them is completely blocked from the sun. I didn't know that was a requirement of rainforest.
No sun on the ground.
Yeah. And then the second sun hits the ground, they just chalk it up as a jungle.
Oh, yeah.
Jungles, on the other hand, allow more light in from the sun, so that's lets the plants grow. This extra light helps the plants and trees grow so much, in fact, that it can be very difficult to move around in a jungle.
That's
I
your
don't-
Tarzan.
I don't like jungles mainly. Your mom's going to love this. Because the things in the jungles, I don't want to be around them.
no, I mean me either.
Yeah.
You think about
Animals.
Domestic house cats, there's a bunch of them in the
yeah,
jungle.
there's just a bunch of cats running around.
I don't think it's the
I love
animals.
the jungle.
This would be
What's-
like the bugs.
No,
I
I
would, like
that
those
too.
big ass like centipedes that are like 3 feet long.
Yeah.
I would die of a heart attack if I saw one of those in real life.
I think a jungle cat is called an ocelot.
Yes.
That's true.
Ocelot.
Also in Minecraft.
Or
Yep. That's the only reason I know that.
Ah, you guy.
what's the big cat that lives
They
in the
have
jungles
bugs
a
that
lot?
big in a
Is it
jungle?
a jaguar?
Leopard.
Leopard, maybe. Yeah.
Could be a jaguar.
That's a car.
So I guess apple is a phone and not a fruit. You're
It's
a
both.
fraud.
Would you guys ever like go on vacation in the jungle?
No.
Yeah.
That does not sound like a vacation spot.
I'd
Well,
think
okay,
it'd be
when you
cool.
say that, I think of the heart of the jungle. And I'm looking at a spider that is the size of my chest.
Is that a fallacy though? Are there spiders that big?
Oh
Yes.
God, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
How do you guys know that?
Biggest spider ever,
Pictures.
Nathan. Look it up.
Yep.
No, biggest spider ever in a jungle.
Big
Probably
jungle spider.
probably the biggest spider ever in a jungle is the biggest spider ever.
My uncle was in the military and he went overseas at some point and they were in a desert and they were called sand spiders.
Uh-huh.
These things were massive.
Dude.
Like dinner
He
plates.
showed me a picture. No, like the size of this,
No.
which I don't know.
No.
That big?
If
there are
I'm a
spider-
Table? No.
I do not
the
want to be
table.
alive anymore if there are spiders that big.
I'll
You think
ask
of the
him.
shit in Australia.
It probably is.
I'm just gonna
Australia's
say-
got the most messed up crap.
I have zero confirmation on if it's the size of that, but I want to roll with it.
No,
so,
no. This is, remember, we say things that aren't true, but they are true.
Yeah, they're true to us.
Yeah.
I want to capitalize on this moment, and I'm not going to get this story 100% accurate, and I'm not going to tell
Perfect.
it near as good as my friend. So Matt,
Spider-Man.
yeah, my friend Matt, his uncle, and Matt's dad, they both served in Iraq, and all their showers, like they would shower and they'd have pallets on the ground and everything like that because that's just the shelter that they had. And there was giant spiders in Iraq. And there was one time that his uncle went into the shower room and this private or whatever it was, and he was standing there in the corner holding a broom, shaking like this. And he goes, "What are you doing? What's going on?" He goes, "Sarge, the biggest bucket spider is over in that corner underneath the trash can right now." And he's like, okay, like I guess we got to go take care of it. And he goes over and he goes over to the corner and he moves the trash can, and this thing's huge, and he scurries away real quick as he tries to stomp it, and he puts his foot through the pallet, and so his foot is lodged in there.
Yep.
And the spider runs back over his foot, and he starts screaming his head out. Just trying to get his leg out, just freaking out. Oh, and dude, nobody can tell the story like he can, and I've heard him say it like 4 times, and it makes me laugh harder every time. It's amazing, but it's so funny, and it's all completely historically accurate. People were there to see it. It's so funny.
It's documented. There's photos.
Can we soundbite his scream, please?
Yeah,
Go
we
ahead.
can.
I felt like R2D2 there for a second.
Do you know what R2D2 sounds like?
Have you not seen?
Okay,
Look
yeah,
up.
okay.
We're gonna pitch that along with an R2D2 scream soundbite and see how accurate they are together.
All right.
His Yoda impression.
Yeah,
Super. I
That's-
could do it all. You name it.
yeah.
I feel like I might be an impressionist. You have no idea. Quiz me right now. You want to see me do a leaf?
Quiz me.
You want to see me do a leaf?
That's not.
Boom.
I guess it's an impression. I thought you meant like voice impressions.
Oh, I could do that too.
Okay,
You name it.
do Obama.
I don't know what he says.
He says, "My fellow Americans."
My fellow Americans.
That was actually really good.
Wasn't horrible.
Okay, I'll give you another one. Do
Don't give me another president.
Elon Musk.
I've never heard him say anything.
Bro, you want to give him another layup? He says fellow Americans. Bro, Liam's like, oh, I got it. Clicked in my head
Oh,
right
boom.
away.
Fellow
What's a good one to
Americans.
give him?
You said not another president.
Do
Okay.
Peter Griffin.
Oh,
Oh.
can you do Joe from Family Guy?
Oh, I can do Marge from The Simpsons.
Okay.
I love this.
All right. Let's hear Marge.
Hang on a second. Homie. That's it. That's all I get every time. There
Okay,
are
now do
times-
Obama talking like Marge.
My fellow Americans. That's,
Okay. Okay.
so we're talking about rainforests and jungles. Homie.
Obama Simpsons and
Obama.
Okay.
oh my god.
So you're in vacation in the jungle. What's the itinerary? What are you gonna
Survive.
do? What are things you want to see there?
Not a lot. Hopefully,
What are things you want to catch?
I want to be
nothing.
I want to be in like
Animals or
in
diseases?
the biggest road that they have made farthest away from the jungle, and in a completely sheltered vehicle.
So
So
you
I'm
just want
driving.
to-
I'm driving through, and I get to see things, but from the protection of anacondas and spiders that are the size of my chest.
So you'd be down for like a safari trip too.
Yeah,
Would you dress like people that go on safaris dress? All cream
I'd have to.
with a hat,
That's
like
what
the
they
color of
do.
your sweatshirt. That's what they wear on safari trips.
That's what they
This
do.
is tan.
It's creamish tan. They're the same thing.
Yeah.
Tomato.
No,
Okay, sorry. Tan,
Those bricks are red, aren't they?
burgundy.
They're a shade of red,
There you
Burgundy.
go. Exactly.
It's a shade of
but
cream.
it's probably got a name for it. Like he said, burgundy.
burgundy.
But burgundy is a red.
Did the people from Willy Wonka, like the Oompa Loompas, didn't they come from a jungle? And they were on like bridges and they're in these huts in the trees.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Can you imagine being in a rainforest or a jungle and then you walk in and you look up and there's just these little people running around?
Ewoks.
Barches.
Little barches.
Yeah, I mean Ewoks, those
Those were different.
yeah, but you don't really see their face, do you?
Oh yeah.
I guess
Yeah,
yeah.
they look like teddy bears.
Yeah.
I
Who's
feel like that'd
Chewbacca?
be crazy. If
But I'm thinking like
was on
people,
that
they're like the Oompa Loompas are people. They're just little.
small.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be. I don't think that'd be a rainforest thing though.
It's a jungle thing.
No, not a jungle thing either.
Just a regular forest? A non-rainforest?
No, I'm getting at like there's no reason why these people have evolutionized to become smaller just because they're in the jungle.
It's a movie, man.
I'm just you didn't ask about the movie. You asked in
Oompa
were you asking
Loompas.
about the
He
movie?
said, yeah, he said, what would you
If
do
you
if
wa-
you were in there and then there was Oompa Loompas swinging
walk-
from the trees?
Well, they didn't swing from trees. They're not Tarzan Oompa
Oh
Loompas.
my God, you
They
get
li-
my
then what do they
point here.
do?
They live in them.
In the trees?
Yes.
They're tree
And things
people.
attached to the trees, like huts.
Sound
Are
a
you-
lot like Ewoks right now. You sound a lot like Star Wars.
Pull up the Oompa Loompas in the jungles.
I know what you're talking about. They all have spray tans and they're running around there and they're all
Yes.
3 foot
He
nothing.
discovered him in a jungle, though.
And then he brought them all back
When
to
he's
his
like
factory.
talking
don't
about the
remember
backstory of Willy Wonka, just because you don't remember it doesn't make it not true.
Doesn't make it not true. We're talking about a man with a chocolate factory that enslaved people from
Jungles.
jungles. I
Listen,
don't know, any
man,
of this is true.
it's not true. No,
That's the king of the
King of
the.
I can't even
Oompa
see
Loompas.
that from
Yeah.
this far. I don't have my glasses on.
Okay,
Get
I'm
your
over
readers.
this. I can't.
Let me get my readers on.
I can't explain these Oompa Loompa people anymore. Biggest jungles in the world. What do you think?
Amazonian.
is there like specific names for them, or are they
Yeah.
like
Amazon's number one. Covers 1.2 billion acres.
the Congo?
This region is home to 10% of the world's known species and represents over half of the rainforest on the planet. The Congo's number 2.
Nice.
Where's the Congo? Because you guys
Africa.
have both mentioned that.
The Congo Republic. We got rubber.
Is
there.
that where Coney 2012 was at?
Somewhere in Africa?
Yeah.
Not sure
don't
if
know
it was
about
the
that.
Congo.
You guys remember that movement?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That was a big thing.
Wasn't
and I
he
have no idea
slaving
what was
kids
going
or something
on.
like that?
He was militarizing them,
Yeah.
giving them guns.
Can't be
I-
all bad.
Apparently he was fake.
Yeah.
He's just a big media
that's
scandal.
the thing. Is that like it all felt like such a middle school esque deal that it's like it doesn't feel real at all.
Which makes sense because I was right in the heart of my middle school days.
Exactly.
And I was like, have you guys heard of Coney 2012?
Everything was just Coney.
Yeah.
Nobody ever looked into what the backstory was or
Of
what
Coney.
it meant, but everyone just said, yeah, Coney, dude, for sure.
So none of that shit happened.
No,
Probably not.
Like for sure we know that none of that shit happened.
no. Also, no. I will never ever give you a solid.
Were you a big advocate for it? You look a little depressed that wasn't real.
He was Coney's spokesperson over in the West.
No, I get really sad when bad things are fake. I want them to be real.
Now you're on board with me believing everything you read on the internet.
Yeah.
No, just bad things.
So you're probably happy that the Merchant of Death just got released from prison.
Absolutely.
All right,
Are
let's
you?
move on to the Congo. We touched about that. 1.5 million square miles. Bossawas Biosphere Reserve, northern Nicaragua, spans an area of over 5 million acres. I'm kind of upset there's no jungles in the United States. There's
got to be in like Florida.
no Alaska, but
Huh?
yeah.
You say Alaska?
I thought you said jungles had to be warm
Yeah.
and humid.
What?
I don't make the rules, man. Apparently that's an exception.
Well, they're
There's an
making
outlier.
rules and
What are you
not
talking
following
about?
them.
There's a jungle and a rainforest in Alaska.
Nathan?
70%, 70% sure on that.
Is this in your
I
notes?
think
or are
like
you
you're
just saying
talking
that?
about how Antarctica's a desert.
It was
you're getting
in-
confused.
Notes, not these ones, but when I was reading stuff, it was on there, I think.
Florida's got like one of everything, so they got to have something.
That's more like swamp people.
Yeah.
The
Close
Evergla-
enough though.
Are the Everglades in Florida?
Yep.
Everglades sound like mountains.
Cascades.
Cascade Mountains, is that a thing?
Yeah. Washington maybe.
Washington's
Detergent.
maybe close. That's not close to the equator though. Bossawas Biosphere Reserve, that's Nicaragua. The region was designated as a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve in 1997. I don't even know what that means.
I think UNICEF's like a company movement type deal for wildlife.
It's funny because I Googled what UNESCO means. I was going to put it on here and then I read what it means and I didn't even care enough to put it on there. I was like, it's like United Nation of Environmental Safety, something. And I was like, that's stupid. No one's going to care.
Yeah, get rid of it.
Nathan's got something to say.
Yeah, there's no jungles in Alaska. There's a rainforest.
Well,
There you go.
But
same
no
thing though.
jungles.
No, we just talked about how they were different.
Yeah, but I'm going to get into how I lied to you in like two bullet points.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
They swindled us.
Yeah. I read a book called Swindled once.
Yeah. It's about
Did
a
you too?
dog.
Yeah, it's about a dog stole a baseball or something like that.
Yeah.
I got to get it back. That's good that you've read it too.
I know what
Did you ever read The Fourth Stall?
Yeah.
It's also a good book.
You ever read those Judy Blume fudge books as a kid? Did you?
No.
Oh, I really liked those ones. They had a dog named Turtle.
No,
So
I
gotta
didn't read
name
those.
I got to name a pet turtle.
Do you ever read Bud Not Buddy? I always say that's my favorite book growing up.
No.
It's about a black kid in Flint, Michigan, and he grows up in an orphanage family, and they stick a pencil up his nose, and it's a Ticonderoga pencil. That was the brand, and they stuck it all the way up to the N in his nose.
Did he die?
No, just bloody nose after that.
That doesn't sound accurate at all. They
What's
stuck was it a whole pencil?
Yeah.
A whole pencil. That's about this
Yeah,
long.
but in the middle of the pencil, it says Ticonderoga, the brand,
Yeah, but you just said that they stuck the whole pencil up his nose.
up to the letter N on Ticonderoga.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And that's the only part I remember about the movie. And that the water is bad in Flint, Michigan.
Terrible.
Not good.
Is it still?
Pretty
Probably.
sure.
I'd be willing to bet, but nobody ever talks about it anymore because there's a new thing.
There's always something new to make you forget about something else.
Yeah. Daintree Forest. Heard of that?
Oh.
The ancient rainforest, which was named after geologist photographer Richard Daintree, located on the coast of Queensland, Australia. I want to do something one day where I can name something big, like a rainforest.
Like after yourself, or you just want to pick the name?
I want to have the option. Either I can use my name or I can come up. What did I say last week? Swedish meatball?
I think so.
I don't know what we were naming. Oh, the merch.
That's
if
a
you come
real
up with a
thing.
merch
Yeah.
idea, you
Yeah.
can name it. I'd want to pick because Bennett blank doesn't sound very cool.
Yeah, but it could be Easton or it could be Bobby.
Yep, that's true. But both of those aren't really,
It'd be awesome. Like the Bobby Wildlife Reserve.
that's not bad.
Yeah.
Damn it, Bobby. Can you do that one?
Damn it, Bobby.
What's that
Oh my
from?
god. King of the Hill.
No. Animals in the jungle.
A lot of them.
Some of the most common animals that live in the jungle are jaguars. Must have been that. Howler monkeys, tigers, and cobras.
Howler monkeys. I love those guys at the zoo.
Are those lemurs?
No, the howler
Those howler
monkeys.
monkeys?
You know they are howler monkeys because
No, shut the
howl.
fuck up.
they.
Yeah, they make
Oh,
every
It's
day.
awesome.
Every day baseball practice.
you hear them.
Oh, yeah.
I suppose you
Every
practiced
day.
with us because you were on our team.
Talking to me or him?
Both
Me.
of you.
Yeah.
We all did that
We did,
together.
yeah, we practiced together, bro. And I'm glad
Crazy.
you. It's a good
Crazy.
callback.
I didn't practice a whole lot.
Neither Liam, because he didn't ever show up on time.
right.
I'll never forget the Gary Schwinn pulling up
Dude.
an hour late.
Yeah.
And he just go home.
Yep. You
That
can
was-
go home.
that
The better
not a
one was
good
when you
time.
showed up late the next year and you started putting your batting gloves on and our coach looks at me and goes, what is he doing that for?
And he's like, start running.
Yep.
You're just like,
Yeah.
okay. And you
Sounds good.
started.
And I ran.
Did
Boy.
you ever?
Boy, did I run.
You were like, you're in the Congo. Came from the Congo and just
Yeah.
running laps.
Not a great look.
No, but hey, you've since matured.
Yeah.
And now-
it took that experience for me to be who I am now.
Yeah. You really sat back. You looked at yourself in the mirror after that practice.
You still take a while to do things and are, you
Because
know,
now I can
Hey,
now I
here's a
have the
question I
option.
have. Are you a slow eater or a fast eater?
slow.
fast.
I said slow too.
Interesting.
Nathan said fast, and I said he's slow as fuck. Takes forever to eat.
Me?
I don't,
Yeah.
no, it's
When?
because if he actually sits down and eat, yeah, he probably eats it pretty quick, but he never just sits down and eat. He's always,
Talking.
doing other stuff. Yeah.
There's been plenty. There's been
Talking on
more.
his phone.
Okay, so I used to eat really slow, and then I started working my apprenticeship, and I only get a half hour for lunch.
So you just munch.
So I slam my food.
Do you
as
even
fast as
use
possible.
utensils, or you just grab it and just?
Depends on what I'm eating.
What do you bring for lunch?
Spaghetti.
A smorgasbord of stuff?
Good.
Spaghetti, huh?
utensils.
Like every
No,
day?
It depends. No, not every day. It depends. I mean, it's either leftovers from the night before, or
Ham sandwiches.
could be could be lunch.
Do you
meat
ever
sandwiches.
do you ever go and do you drive anywhere like off the job site and go get food?
Not an option
Really?
when you're an hour away from civilization. Yeah, you can't go anywhere
I thought you said you were like 5 minutes from Newtown.
now.
Oh,
You
But-
count Newtown as a civilization?
there's people in buildings.
They're there.
Dude, if you're there and you do go out for lunch, go to the Better Be Cafe
Yeah.
and get the triple smash burger.
Yeah.
I hit house that thing. It was the best thing I've ever had in my
how
life.
is that
Either
thing?
take it to the house. I'm not saying
You should
that.
maybe pitch to your boss. So you guys should start a garden out there.
It's not their
not
land.
not a thing. Yeah, it's an oil site.
Yeah, we should.
and I'm only going to
let's-
be there for like
Hmm.
2 or 3 months tops.
You
I'm
can
gonna-
grow
I'm
a
go-
carrot.
I'm going to do a garden in my backyard next year.
Are you guys like? Do you know how to garden?
I'm going to learn.
Yeah, you can plant stuff.
You want to be a green thumb, don't you?
Oh yeah, I want to be because Austin's dad has a garden in his backyard and just grows all his own
Bird
stuff.
garden?
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
and it's awesome.
Yeah, I always thought about this, and I know it's going to sound crazy. I think we've talked about it before about how literally you can just garden and then you don't have to buy anything ever.
Exactly.
That's what my parents do
Imagine,
too, I
yeah,
think.
imagine saying, "Oh, I need a couple potatoes for dinner tonight," and then you go in your backyard and you grab a couple potatoes.
Fresh.
Simple, so easy.
It doesn't get any fresher. Even fresher than Hello Fresh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that comes in a box.
Yeah, you could garden or you could just have people mail you your food.
Why do you keep slandering me for this
I hate
HelloFresh?
that.
I don't
idea.
know, but it's such an every time.
Every
there's something
episode I get
about it.
slandered for HelloFresh.
It's either one
I
of us,
hate it.
but it's just crazy. It's
Bro,
such a crazy concept.
It's
to me.
not.
I
It
hate
is.
that people order their groceries online and make other people bring them to their fucking car in the parking lot.
You and me could arguably not live very much closer to a grocery store.
I still go
We
to
are-
it.
You're 5 blocks away, and I'm 7 blocks away from the grocery store.
Mm-hmm. What are you getting at? I still go
get
there.
your groceries.
I do get groceries.
Support local business,
They have a monopoly here. They're doing just fine.
No.
not marketplace.
They did at one point. Well, Walmart, I
Remember
guess,
when they
count
used to
that.
be Miracle Marts?
Yes.
Way long ago.
But here's what I'm saying. You don't understand the ease of HelloFresh until you do HelloFresh. Try it one time.
I guess I don't.
And guess what? They're good meals. Because I know you're like, I'm the best cook ever. I can
am.
make any meal good.
I am.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am.
So it's
Yes.
like,
I just made chicken Alfredo today,
and I'm sure it was
great.
I'm sure it was fine. But,
Okay.
you know, expand. There's meals in there you'd never even think of making
Why not?
because you just don't think of it.
I don't like being told what to eat.
You get to choose.
Why? Out of so
How?
many different things that they
Yeah,
send you.
all of their menu you pick before they send it to
Exactly,
you.
they
You say,
got a
I want
menu.
these 6.
And then you're fixed. Now you have to eat that for the next week.
Exactly.
Terrible.
Yeah.
What if I get home?
I should be getting a commission for HelloFresh if I sell you guys on this.
You should clip this whole little bit right here and send it to him and use it as a
It's just
pitching
us shitting
advertisement.
on us.
Yeah.
HelloFresh, if you want to sponsor the show, I'll read an ad. These two definitely will not.
We'll read an anti-ad. People who hate HelloFresh, tell us why you hate it.
People who like to go to the grocery store, listen to us.
Yeah, if the grocery store 5 blocks away wants to,
Dude, pretty
sponsor the
soon
show.
you're going to turn into the people from Wall-E on that ship.
Yep.
That's what I'm getting at here.
Yeah.
People bringing their groceries out to their car, but it just stop.
I don't like getting tag teamed by both of you right now.
I know. It puts the pressure
Yeah,
on you. So
really.
you got to
You gonna keep
really
doing it?
But how are you gonna? You're gonna yuck my yum. That's what
That's
Liam's
not a
saying.
yum.
fair.
Just and you haven't even tried it. You know,
I don't want
that's like me saying, "Man, I hate this TV show. I've never seen it." You know what I mean? What if you told me there's this really good TV show, you should watch it, and you're like, "I hate it."
Well, I got nothing.
You haven't
against-
seen it.
I think
nothing
you're
against
apples
you
and oranges
doing
here.
HelloFresh. That is on you. That is totally fine. I think it is a crazy concept.
I'm totally against you doing it.
I need your address. I'm sending you 2 boxes of HelloFresh next week.
I'll tell you. Deal. That's fine.
Can you read it on air?
Sure.
Well, apparently they already have our address because we're getting postcards from
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Never found
that
out
was
who sent
years
that.
ago.
years ago.
I wish someone would fess up and say that.
King of the Jungle. You guys know who the King of the Jungle is?
The lion.
Not lions.
The lion.
Ah, damn it. I tried to read ahead on the notes, and there's something about something not being lions on there.
Well, way to spoil it.
I tried to grab a little competitive advantage here.
I think Broden already does that. I think he researches a little bit when he knows.
I know. That's what he does
No.
something. Ah, okay.
Sometimes you pull out facts the laymen don't understand.
I'm not going to say that.
Rain guy, though.
So it is the lion. And guess what? Lions don't even live in the jungle. So that's the argument here. That's
Cool.
what we're getting into, that people say it's not the lion.
I'd say it's probably the jaguar.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Or those big-ass spiders that we were talking about.
Yeah. Did you ever
No.
get a picture?
I'd say the snakes.
those
I mean,
spiders?
if you're gonna go by rank, if you're gonna go by things that don't have,
The apex predator of the jungle.
yeah, the things that don't have things that predatory upon them. I mean,
Yeah.
how many snakes are getting taken down by spiders?
Do things eat?
Probably
do-
not many.
Like the
I
lion
don't
and
think
stuff?
they eat spiders, though. You know what I mean? What eats a spider? In its food chain, it's the apex predator because there's different food chains.
Nathan's got something for us.
Yeah, what do you want to know about the spiders in the jungle?
We wanted to know how big they were.
I want to see
and-
a picture of them.
Like
Yeah, the biggest
5.1
spider.
inches
Is that it?
long.
People might say that's pretty big.
Some would say.
I would say it's
I'd say
maybe
it's
even.
enough.
That's too much.
I'd say it's I'd say
There you
it's
go.
That's too much
Yeah.
spider. Yeah.
I'd say
five,
too much
5 inches.
spider.
Yeah.
a couple inches probably too big.
yeah. 3, that's where it's at.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody should be shaming
I
the
don't think-
3-inch
I don't-
spider.
I can handle a 3-inch spider.
You know
It's
how
a
big-
documentary we watched.
You know what kind
Can
of
you?
stuff a 3-inch spider could do?
A lot. I mean, if a spider's really good at what it's doing,
They're good at making webs.
Dude, I bet
Yeah.
a spider
Or a
can
home-cooked
spider
meal.
the shit out of it if it was only 3 inches.
Or a home cooked meal. A 3-inch spider might even like take you out to dinner.
yeah,
It's a
Yeah.
lot more
It's
nimble
gonna buy
than
you
the
flowers.
7-inchers, you know?
exactly. Yeah, you don't want a 10-inch spider.
Yeah.
that sounds horrible. Or even a 6-inch spider. That nobody wants that much.
Nobody
It's not gonna
asks
get
for
in all
that.
the places, you know?
Exactly. It's
Right.
so scary.
Sometimes you don't even use all that spider.
Yeah. You can't even like fit
I
through
mean-
doorways with that size spider.
Exactly. I mean, it's
yeah.
like the 3, 4,
7-inch spider,
Yeah, I mean,
like-
5-inch spider. Yeah, that's too huge. Spider. Yeah. I mean,
Holds up 2 feet, holds up a 24-inch spider.
yeah, a 7-inch spider.
Yeah, I mean I'd say that's massive. That's probably one of the biggest things I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should. What were we talking about earlier about that guy that was in the locker room?
Oh, the shin guard.
Oh, what was it?
For a
It was
nut
Bill Goldberg.
bit
I
too
think
much
is who the
spider
actor
there.
was.
Bit too much spider. And it'll bite you.
Their terrifying roars. We're talking about lions.
Oh,
Still.
not the spiders.
Which can be heard almost 5 miles away.
How much
Wow.
worse would spiders be if they roared?
Much worse. much worse.
Can you imagine
Hey,
a spider, like a tiny little spider in the corner up in the.
And it just ruptures your ears.
So loud.
what animal would you not want? Like, would be the scariest if it could talk? What or
What
no
animal?
bug animal?
If it could talk.
An ant. There's fucking 1,000 of them in one area, and
Oh,
they're
so
all
could you
just
imagine them all saying something
Yeah.
all at once? Like it's so loud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That could be up there. Yeah, you imagine that.
Ants. for sure, maybe.
So you guys aren't gonna like add your own answer. You're just gonna be like, yeah, ants,
Just go with
and that's
that?
good.
Well, he makes a good point. No, I agree with
that
him.
was really great. I
Yeah.
don't know. But I mean, spiders too, because you never see the
Chickens.
spider until you see it. You don't know what you know until you don't know it.
I think birds.
Anything that, how many bugs just run around in my grass outside?
All the time. Yeah, a lot of them.
Can you imagine you hear all of them? Like, what if it was, box elder bug
Oh, I hate those damn
and they're
things.
flying and landing on your door
When they're
just
all in
talking
your
to you?
house.
Yeah.
And like during the summertime at night, and you just hear them talking through the whole night. You can't sleep.
Yep.
I feel it could be spiders though, because imagine you're sitting in your bed and you just hear a shit ton of them in your walls and in your.
And you just got
Talking
like, he's
about
got like the Mr. Krabs walking sound effect as
Yeah.
he's walking around.
Ugh.
And all you hear is, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you.
Do you think that's what spiders would say if they could talk? That they're gonna get me?
No, because they're not really out to get you.
Some might.
I think spiders are really cool when they're just doing their own thing somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like they catch bugs like mosquitoes and stuff.
Yeah,
But
poisonous ones.
as soon as you come into my house, I will stop at nothing to kill you. The spiders, not you.
Nobody's
Yeah,
safe.
what about the spiders? Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably go ants, but like ants is fine. In the winter,
Oh,
you'd be
you're just
okay.
gonna agree
You
with
think?
us now?
Well, where do the
Not
ants? Where do the ants go in the wintertime?
I don't even know. I just figured out.
Down
How far?
Do they go
past
down?
the frost line. What is it? Is it like 6 or 8 feet or something like that?
9.
You should look this
9
up.
feet?
you
I knew
serious?
you would know that.
Do ants go underground?
Yes.
They live
Just
underground.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, the ant tunnels.
So they go under the frost line.
Yeah,
They have
I
to,
would
or else they
imagine.
would
Otherwise,
freeze.
they die.
I think you guys are thinking of this like the animals talking thing in the wrong way.
Uh-oh.
Because like I'm like deathly terrified of snakes, but if snakes could talk, and like I was like walking out,
You
like,
could have a
let's say in the
conversation
Badlands,
with it.
and like I just heard like, hey, I don't know what the fuck is out there, but that guy better get away from me. I'd be like, hey, there's a snake over there. I'd be like, sorry, man, and I just
I
I'd be
think.
like, oh,
walk
you're
away.
good.
But
I
can
wouldn't be
And
afraid
then I'd
anymore.
hit him in the head with my golf club.
well snakes probably have a lisp, and can you really be afraid of someone with a lisp?
Mike Tyson?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you going to tell me that you're not afraid of Mike Tyson? Because that man is over
you in
double
my-
my age and could put my chest on the moon with an uppercut.
I think he can
Put your mother in a straight jacket.
Yeah.
I'll put your mother in a straight jacket.
Dude, there is
video.
everything terrifying about Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I think lisps are scary now.
Yeah. Okay. I guess.
When you put it in that.
Yeah. I guess
made
you
a
guys
good point,
stumped
though,
me.
Nathan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But-
any other time, I mean, if someone that was 5'2" with a lisp,
A 5'2" person could talk.
just a small guy with a lisp, and he was trying to say things to me with a lisp. I can't even do it. I can't. That's you stumped me with that impression.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't.
little
be,
person?
I'd say.
I think of an animal with a lisp that was venomous and could kill me. I would probably be scared of it still.
Yeah. But how often do you run into a snake? When was the last time you saw a snake?
I think probably when we went to that zoo.
Okay. When was the last time you saw a snake outside of a zoo?
last
yeah,
year.
but a long
Gardener
time.
snake last year, or actually every.
See, I'm
Sunday
thinking
night.
the snakes you're not running into as much.
Yeah,
so you're not
true.
really gonna be as scared.
Yeah, a wild snake though. Yeah, I guess we do. Our buddy has a snake.
He's got a pet snake too.
Yeah, that guy. It's
Uh,
like 15 feet, and his snake's probably about 14.
Some say it's the tiger or the elephant that's the king of the jungle.
I'd say, yeah, the elephant makes a good argument.
There's elephants in the jungle.
Oh yeah,
How do it's so hard to move around though? It said earlier.
they're
in my notes.
notorious for their memory.
Why
You used to say that all the time.
did I?
Yeah, I remember it. That was a phase that you had. You used to work that in.
Somehow, I guess. I'm not gonna say you're wrong
so
because I don't
anyway,
remember
I don't
anything
know, man.
beyond a year ago. So
There's so much mush in between my ears. So,
I was just wondering when you guys were gonna.
but elephants are really cool. Have you seen those videos of them like painting with
Yeah.
their?
and they're really good with memory.
You used to say that all the time, man.
Yeah, yeah. That was like a little phase that I did.
Their paint, elephants paint.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen that. Did you ever ride them at the circus?
No.
I think I did.
My parents wouldn't let me. They thought I
Same.
was gonna fall off.
Yeah, that's what my mom always said too.
I want to believe I did at least anyway. There's nothing coming out of my microphone.
Nope.
All right, cool.
Do you want
Yeah. Do you maybe
to
want
flick the cable or?
What's going
Flick to
on
what?
there? How's
There you
that? Better? Thanks
Yeah.
a lot, Nathan.
Throws up the bird. All right. Lion's preferred habitat: grasslands, savanna, open woodlands, dense scrubs.
Scrubs.
Their chief prey: antelope, zebra, gazelles, wild pigs.
Hogs.
Yeah. Which out of those 4 would you not want to run into? Antelope, zebra, gazelles, or wild pigs?
Wild
Wild
pigs.
pigs. Yeah.
Really?
Everything else is probably going to be pretty skittish of you. Wild pigs will just come at you.
Yeah, they're mean.
Yeah.
They're a
Pig's
problem.
one of the things that I could handle a pig.
You think?
No, not a wild one.
No, you
not a
don't.
hog, like a boar. No,
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
They're pretty serious.
they're the real deal.
Yeah.
Out of the others?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only other thing I'd be scared about is getting kicked by a zebra. It's
How
probably
big
like
are wild pigs? Are they bigger than the other 3?
Bigger than what?
Are you talking about pigs
Bigger
or like
than the
wild
other
boars?
three? Yeah. Bigger
Well,
than a
wild
gazelle?
pigs. A
It's
boar
not-
is different.
I think a boar has tusks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a wild pig is just a pig that's wild. Just like a regular
No,
Pig.
not a regular pig. No. They're different.
No, a domesticated pig is
built
much
different.
Yeah.
The bacon that you have in your fridge does not come from warthogs that are in Africa.
But that's different. Is a wild pig a warthog?
I don't know.
I mean,
Look up what's another
at some
name for a
point
wild
in
pig.
the lineage,
Look that up, Nathan. Are
they?
boars, warthogs, and wild pigs the same thing? After you're looking up the other 17
Yeah,
things we
add
have.
it to
Thank
your
you, I
list.
appreciate that.
start
Some
another tab.
some arguments for the lion's not being the king of the jungle is the physical size of the lion is not very impressive. It is also not the fastest animal in the jungle, nor does its terrifying face or body shape earn it for that title. So yeah, I mean, I don't know how the lion got that, but I guess
I think it's probably just the most famous
he probably.
animal that's kind of wild.
Yeah, I suppose
It doesn't have.
that's crazy. The king of
Any
the jungle.
prey.
It's not even in the jungle.
Do gorillas live in jungles? Chimps.
I don't know. Gorillas. I
chimps
would.
are-
Gorillas, I'd imagine.
Somewhere. Yeah.
Chimps are crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
Facts about jungles. Over half the world's plant and animal species live in some type of jungle environment. Didn't know that. Here you go, Liam. Here's where I'm about to debunk everything we've talked about.
Go ahead.
Before the 1970s, tropical rainforests were generally referred to as jungles, but this terminology has fallen out of usage. That's why it's hard to find information on jungles because they don't even call them jungles anymore.
It's just all rainforest.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jumanji was in a jungle, right?
Actually, it was in a rainforest.
Oh,
Past
that's right. I
1970.
forgot that terminology has fallen out of use.
We
Yeah.
don't. Yeah, we don't really say that.
Jumanji, I was terrified of that movie as a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Hmm.
At this point, does he have to explain?
Yeah.
what he's
I guess
afraid
so.
of?
It's just
you want to
scary.
guess?
Are you
why I
afraid
was
of?
scared?
What else are you afraid of? Like, okay, here's a
It's
shorter.
This is
here's
a safe
shorter
place.
list.
You can
Yeah.
tell us what you are.
What-
It is fine.
What aren't you afraid of? We'll go the easy route with this question.
You two.
Okay.
Really?
I think I could beat you up one-on-one fight, both of you.
Really?
Not like if it was 2v1, but
That's
1v1.
interesting.
I'd easily get you, Liam. That's a question.
I
mark.
feel like I would kill you.
How?
Broden was a state champ wrestler in 6th grade.
Forgot about that.
I mean, I know some basic forms of martial arts. I mean, you're bigger than me and stronger than me, yeah, but that doesn't get you the whole way.
And faster.
It gets you a lot of the way.
Not really.
Yeah, it
He
does.
might put me. He's got a gi. How am I supposed
For
to get
about
around that?
4 months of training.
More than that.
It's 4 more than I have.
I want to know where I
a
lay
lot
in
less
this.
than
You're harmless.
Well, you have a beard.
you're
so-
harmless.
Yeah.
Yeah, Are you scared of beards? Add that to the list? Or are you not scared of
We
beards?
talked about that in the episode coming out in next week, 2 weeks.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Fear of men with beards.
Oh, yeah.
No,
have-
I'm not scared of beards. I actually have. There's this guy with a big beard, and I call him my second dad. His name's Justin, and he has a really big beard. It's like this big. Nice guy.
His beard.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, the guy is this big.
The
I can hold him in my hands usually.
Oh.
I carry him around.
But his beard's huge.
Yeah, his beard's also the same size as him. No, things I'm afraid of. Not being good enough.
Yeah. Atelophobia.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
I think it might be. I don't know. I think that sounds pretty familiar.
That really struck a chord with you, huh?
What?
Yeah.
Not being good enough.
So, I mean,
Liam, you were good
gotta
enough.
you gotta wonder. Thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
you're
that.
plenty.
And that's the thing is that when you have a fear of that, being able to be surrounded by people that assure you that you are good enough makes you feel really.
You want to know
start
what's
shitting
crazy?
on him.
Is where we actually talked about this in the episode that's coming out 2 weeks from now.
It's a future episode.
Yeah, so you'll know this callback when we talk about it in the episode coming out in 2 weeks. But yeah, I don't know if I'm afraid of things. I kind of just write a list every day. There's a new thing that pops up. Broden, I know what Broden's afraid of. Men that don't wear socks in their shoes.
Not afraid of it. I don't know if I'm afraid of anything but other than
Oh, you're so hard.
not being
Whoa,
friends with
dude.
you guys.
Anyway,
I
I'm
do
afraid
like
of
that.
the ocean.
I do like that thalassophobia. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Jungles cover 6% of Earth's surfaces.
6?
6. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's pretty soft, ain't it? The word jungle originates from the Sanskrit word jangla, which I think is a way cooler word than jungle. I'll go hang out in the jangla. Maybe that's where shit. What's the block game you pull the shit out and it falls
Jenga.
over? Jenga. Maybe that's where that came from.
How's Jangla spelled?
Jenga with an L.
Oh, okay. Jenga with
Not Jenga.
Jenga.
And then you got hung up on there for a second and wondered what that block game was called when you were only missing one letter.
It's spelled Langa, Broden, if you're wondering. But it's pronounced
It's LJ,
Yeah.
ENJ, whatever.
uh,
Jenga with an L. Jenga.
the term jungle carries connotations of untamed and uncontrollable nature and isolation from civilization. So you could call your oil rig kind of the jungle. You're away from civilization out there.
Feels like it.
Along with the emotions that evokes threat, confusion, powerlessness, disorientation, and immobilization. As a metaphor, jungle often refers to situations that are unruly or lawless, or where the only law is perceived to be survival of the fittest. You guys would be good at people living off the land. I could maybe start a fire, make shelter from there. I don't even know what side the moss grows on the trees. I want to say it's north. If I had to get out of a jungle,
I don't know either.
I don't think that's true.
Oh,
that moss grows on the north side of the tree.
Yeah.
What direction you think it is? You think it's all over?
I don't know, but I don't think north is what it
that's
picks.
It's gonna
Nathan,
be,
you got
it's
this?
going to be either east or west.
Because of the sun?
Yeah.
You think so?
Photosynthesis. It's moss.
I think you're just going into that with confidence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because if
He
you say
bullshitted
something
you, though.
confident enough to someone who also
Is
doesn't
it the
know,
north side?
makes it believable.
Mosses will grow on any hard surface, including the sides of trees, but they prefer the north side
Son of a
They
bitch.
prefer
because
things.
Look
they
at
like
ya.
darker, more humid
Brain
environment.
guy.
Who told you that? The moss?
Really? Yeah, who's
Dude,
I speak to the moss.
The
Watch
moss
this
talks.
video.
We prefer the north side actually. If we could grow over there,
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
bunch of Yankees.
We'll allow it.
they're trying to get rid of slaves.
Yeah, the Moss was.
Moss?
Moss is a good person.
Randy,
Yeah. Remember when he mooned the Green Bay Packer fans?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
The law of the jungle, an expression that means every man for himself, anything goes, survival of the strongest, survival of the fittest, kill or be killed, dog eat dog, or eat or be eaten.
Yep.
What are your guys' favorite sayings out of
Dog
that?
eat dog.
We gotta have an episode on idioms,
Yeah, we do.
like
That's a big one.
the Stevie Wonder piss on his shoes.
Yep.
Oh, God, that sent me.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's the other one you just said? Gosh, you said one last episode. I think I can't remember.
Does a Tin Man have a?
Sheet metal cock.
Cock?
Yeah.
Did I say a different one?
Does Dolly
last
Parton
episode?
sleep on her back? I think
Yeah,
that's the
that's-
one I said. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Not sure. Haven't seen her sleep, but
Does,
I would imagine if I took an educated guess,
I'd say. Does God wear sandals?
I think.
Sure as God got sandals. I
Sure as
think
God's
is-
got sandals. Yeah. Commonly referred to as, so the ECHL is called the Jungle, the East Coast Hockey League. Did you know that?
I didn't know it was called the Jungle.
Yep. It's commonly referred to as the Jungle. It provides affiliate teams from their respective AHL and NHL clubs in smaller cities scattered across North America. The style of play has developed a reputation for being fast and gritty while maintaining a grassroots for fan culture. And it's weird that, like, obviously I'm involved in the hockey community. That's literally all they call it. They never call it the ECHL.
It's the Jungle.
It's like, oh, yeah, they got sent down to the jungle. Now you got to go play in the jungle. How terrifying would that be? You call your mom. Hey, Mom, they're sending me to the jungle.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
Might never see you again.
Did I tell you one time when I was playing hockey in Canada that there was a message board? It was called the MJHL Forum. And you could post anonymously on there. And I had 2 pages of hate comments after I got kicked out of a game 10 hours north on the res.
Really?
You did
Yeah.
a lot of penalty minutes, though. That you were good at that.
good at it's a way to say it. You could say. I didn't
Good at
intentionally
doing
get
the
them.
wrong thing.
I didn't intentionally get them.
Yeah. Did anybody tell you couldn't do that stuff? Like
My coach
yeah.
a couple times, yeah. But I cross-checked this guy in the face on accident. Tried to hit his chest. Stick got up a little high. Got
Happens.
jumped, and then there was fans. I don't know how the fans got down by the locker rooms, but they were walking past the door as I was just sitting in there in my suit and just saying, "We're gonna fucking kill you when you get out here." You know how they get up there, you know?
Yeah.
We're up there on OCN, Osa Passawayak Cree Nation. That's what it was. And
That's a real thing, huh? That's not just somebody doing this on their keyboard. That's a real thing.
yeah, pretty much. I can't even pronounce it right, but yeah, we weren't even allowed to leave our hotel because, like, a few years before that, someone left their hotel and almost got stabbed at a gas station.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, almost.
Yeah, they're like you should probably go back to your hotel. That's what the gas station attendant told them. Like, oh yeah, okay. So yeah, you weren't allowed to leave the hotel when you're up there. But that's kind of like going to the jungle. Anyways, the message board, I had all these hate comments saying, when Bennett comes back to OCN, we're gonna fucking kill him. And they sit on top of the bench, so they're like spitting on you. It's crazy up there, man. If anything's
spitting
related
on
to
you?
yeah,
If somebody spits on me while I'm playing a game, I'm turning around and swinging my hockey stick as hard as I can and connecting with somebody's eye holes.
you'd have to have a 15-foot hockey stick because
It's
the
perfect.
seats were up there a ways. Yeah. But yeah, it's a little scary playing there. They play
I'm
the
throwing stuff.
they play the electric powwow when they come on the ice. Have you guys heard that song?
I think so. I know what you're talking about.
We'll cue that up for after the show. But yeah, the electric powwow. It's a good time. If a tree falls in the jungle,
Don't say it.
That's forest. That's a different episode.
we'll do that on the forest episode.
Yep.
We're not doing a forest episode anytime near the jungle episode.
Well, I guess it's gonna have to wait then, isn't it?
Yeah, so I suppose.
You just turn that over. You got a whole page. That's it right there.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Go
Why,
ahead.
you want to get done with it?
He's got to piss.
Oh,
Go
is that why
ahead.
you're clanking your ice at me? Is that the signal?
No, I'm just
Okay.
hanging out. Yeah, we could take as long as we want.
People that live in the jungle and forests are also known as tribals. They have deeper connection to nature. That's what they say.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
They are surrounded by it.
Like uncontacted tribes.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy to me that
It's
they're-
like the Amish of the jungle.
right.
Yeah.
That's just
Indigenous.
crazy to me that people are out there and have no idea what the hell's going on.
What's that one island where you go and like,
You're not allowed to go there.
yeah, it's like some starts
they'll
with an
kill
S,
you
I
and
wanna
eat
say.
you.
Yeah. Some guy
Sentinel
went there
Island,
though.
North Sentinel Island.
Yes, North Sentinel Island.
Was that the one though? It
Yeah,
was,
no,
it
that's
was,
what the-
reporter
it
went
was
there.
some YouTuber, some
Yeah.
streamer, just recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's real though. I saw it on the internet. It's got to be.
Yeah.
We'll end on Tarzan, then we'll wrap this episode. Tarzan, also known as John Clayton, was a child of the aristocrats. The family was marooned in Africa, and after both of his parents perished, he was left to fend for himself in the jungle. Did you guys ever watch Tarzan?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was never a fan.
You see that theory about
I'm
how
not
like
even
all
a
the
fan.
Pixar movies are connected? Tarzan is the people from Frozen. He's like their cousin.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't really like Disney movies.
Really?
I like
Toy Story, Shrek?
Nothing.
Is Shrek a Disney movie?
Is the Lorax a Disney movie?
Probably.
Sounds like it.
I like the Lorax. It's one of my favorite movies.
Is In and Out a Disney movie?
Moana?
Inside Out.
Inside Out.
The
Yeah.
Emotions movie?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
I-
movie's awesome.
I cry every time I watch
Really?
that movie. So good.
What's his,
yeah.
Is it, who's the guy's name that dies, sacrifices himself?
Well, let's not ruin it because I'm going to watch
Yeah,
it.
chill
here.
out. Yeah.
Oh, you haven't watched it?
Damn,
No.
man, now you fucked
So
them all
good.
up. So good.
He's like, it's so good. And I say, really? As if
I wasn't paying attention to you. Sorry.
Just
I
blanking
should
me
more
out.
pay attention to you.
I'll watch it. We'll talk about it next week. Tarzan. Yeah, I never really liked Tarzan.
Have you watched The Punisher?
You should watch the Punisher.
I haven't. The jungle, known as the Deep Jungle, is a world that appears only in Kingdom Hearts. It is home to Tarzan and his ape tribe, as well as a group of explorers trying to learn more about the gorillas. Just one guy. It's kind of like that when we talked about one guy that was raised by wolves.
Mm-hmm.
He was raised by apes, or with apes, or now he's the ape leader. I don't know.
So I don't know if I say the leader, but
They'd probably beat
he
him
went.
up.
It's his tribe,
went through
his-
some trials and tribulations.
It
for
says
sure.
his ape tribe.
Is it his tribe or is he just the most famous member of the tribe?
Yeah, that's true.
Well, he's the only one that's not a gorilla, so that would
Make him the most famous of
I
that
would
tribe.
think so. Yeah, by
Yeah.
default.
So if you're the most known, are you the leader?
There's a reason why you're known. There's a reason why you're known.
I don't know what's up with the mics.
Yeah.
It's only your guys's. Mine never has issues.
Yeah, weird.
Gotta get the voices
I
that
feel
matter.
like I never used to have issues, and then all of a sudden I started having them, and you never did anymore.
Yeah, weird.
What's going on?
Yeah.
I thought I saw Nathan down here one day messing with all our
I think I
stuff.
was sick of hearing Broden talk so much and keep proving us wrong, Liam. That I was like, I gotta just start.
Gotta
Cut.
sabotage
I
this
just
guy.
gave one little snip in the microphone. He's one of us now.
Feel.
That's all we got for episode 22 of Jungles. Anything you guys want to add?
People get eaten by big snakes in the jungle. Swallowed whole.
Really? That's maybe a fear of mine, an irrational fear. Getting eaten by a snake. They did a thing. There was a Discovery Channel episode about a guy getting eaten by a snake.
Whole.
Yes.
Yeah. Crazy.
No, I don't think they chew.
They don't.
Well, he got out.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. They like caught the snake, opened its mouth up. I don't know what they did. I don't know how they
That's
got
so
it open.
stupid.
I'd have to cut the whole snake open.
He didn't go like all the way down. They
Oh.
like barely put him in, so his like head was like just sticking out. Every time you guys question me on these facts I give on the show, I really start to think that they're
start
not true
quivering.
facts. I'm literally like,
Shaking in your
you gotta
boots.
I
Say to
think
your
about it, I'm
guns,
like,
man.
is this true? And now I'm starting to think it
cares?
might be an alligator. I don't know.
An
It's-
alligator would have just. I feel like it would have just took him and ran.
I remember watching this in the basement in high school, and I was like, I waited. It was December 12th, and I was like, I'm gonna watch this guy getting eaten by this large animal.
It's crazy.
We'll figure it out. We'll talk about it next week. Thank you guys for listening to episode 22. Merch. I don't know if we've dropped merch yet. I'm kind of behind the 8 ball on that, but merch is coming. You'll see a drop. We want to do a pre-order, right?
Yeah. See
That
what's
sounds
nice.
like a great idea.
See what looks good.
Okay.
Distribute it amongst the fans.
Follow social media. You'll see it there. That's episode 22. We will see you guys next week for episode 23.